Hey guys, this is Frankie. 大家好，我是 Frankie this, and welcome to my very first art journal entry. Today we're going to be doing gardening, and if you want to join along, come on with me. 开始吧. Now, you're going to need a journal, so I opted for a mixed media sketchbook. Now, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do everything I want to do directly on these pages. I'm going to have to test it out to see if does the marker bleed on the other side. If I do watercolor, is it going to warp the pages really bad? So that is going to be a test run if I decide to go ahead and do that. But I think for right now, I'm probably just going to use specialty paper. Like right now, I'm using marker paper for the markers. So I might do watercolor paper for watercolor and all that type of stuff like that and put it onto the journal for right now. We'll see. We don't know. But for right now, that's the plan. Right now I'm using, actually these are new markers to me. I'm using the Artex Monsters markers. It's not sponsored. And I'm just playing around with it. Now the markers that I have used in the past and I still have are Prismacolors. I had them years and years ago because I haven't really done markering in a long time, or used markers in a long time. And so I was happy that those markers were still juicy from all those years ago. But I knew that I did not have all the colors that I needed. So I went ahead and bought new markers. So I'm just playing around, testing it out. And the person that I'm drawing is basically me. I mean, not a complete self-portrait. But we are both rocking the same hairstyle. Now when I was assembling items to put this thing together, I wanted the right sticker, the right piece of paper, the right washi tape that's going to make this thing pop, right? But I found that there were certain things that I wanted to use that I had like this vision in my mind, but I couldn't find all the items that I wanted. And some things I could finagle and make work, and some things did work on their own. But there was like some stuff, like for example, I really wanted these seed packets. Now, I have seed packets at home, but they're not the right size or the scale that I wanted them to be. They were just too big for the paper. Now, I know that I could have scanned them into my computer and rescaled them down and then printed them out, but the quality of my printer right now is basically, I didn't want to do that. So I had to think, well, how am I going to get these seed packets? Because I can't find, a picture of it. So basically, it came down to I had to draw them myself, which was fine. So I took some Bristol board, I cut it up to the size and the scale that I wanted it to be, and I did a couple of options. I did watermelon, I did strawberry, and I did honeydew. Now, the only thing that made it was the watermelon because that was the only one that I actually liked out of all of them. But, I think when things like that happen, I like to problem solve it. I don't want to just say, oh, well, can't find it. Well, let's just do something else. No, let's figure out what we can do to put onto this thing. So that's kind of what I did. And would it be nice to have that exact thing, that exact size? Yes, it would be. But at the same time, just make it work. Now, the reason why I decided for my very first one to do gardening theme is because I have a little garden in the back. Now, last year, all I planted was herbs. This year, I wanted to be, I wanted to do more. I even set up, what do you call those things? Was it those beds? Those garden beds, right? Set it up. Haven't planted a thing in it. Not a thing. I went and looked out. I went and looked out the back, and it was literally grass growing on it, and that kind of made me upset. I was like, I did all that work. I built the box. I put the weed barrier down. I put the dirt bag one by one in there. Got tired. I was like, because I had plans of growing watermelons, and I mean, even that was gonna be a feat because as we all know, watermelons are a viney type of plant, so they like to spread. And I'm like, hmm. So I was engineering how I was going to achieve that. But anyway, I got tired and I said, oh, I'll come back to it. Well, time has passed. I have not got back to it. I was like, oh, I need to cut the grass. And so now, I think because I did not cut the grass, now the grass is growing in the box. Not the whole box, but now I have to go in there, pull the grass out. So I'm just like, ugh. But it's not too late gardening because there's different times of gardening. There's spring gardens, summer gardens, and fall gardens. So I don't know when this is going out, but if I miss all those seasons, we got next year. We've got next year. So there we go. And if you guys have a little bit of earth, or even not even a bit of earth, if you have like a little thing where you can put dirt in, yeah, plant something. Or even inside. I have some inside plants. I even recently, because I have two plants and they are basically ivy and they're grown and they're luxurious and they're waving their hair in the wind. And I was like, I want some more plants. So I recently bought some more plants. So I need to repot them. That's what I need to do right now. But before I have repot them, one of them has given up the ghost. That was one I thought was really pretty, but I think where it was placed, maybe it was because I specifically got plants that are, what is it? It's not, they can't take direct sunlight, right? But they are not like in the deepest, darkest cave either. So I think where I placed it, the sun shone bright and I think it hit it and that's kind of what got it. Because I can tell, I think that's what happened to some of the other plants because you can kind of tell when you have plants when something hits it and it's kind of like scorches it a little bit and you're like, oh, when all the other leaves are healthy and that one, I'm like, yeah, that's the one that got the sun. So I moved them to another spot, but I need to replant. But even if I replant them, I still need to know where to place them because I don't want them to get scorched by the sun. Now I basically combined two of these sheets together because this is basically like a memo pad type of paper, but when I got it, like the cover had like some scribble writing on it and it had some motifs on it, but I thought the motifs was a part of the uh, scribble writing design, you know? But then when I actually got into the memo pad and removed the top layer, I realized there was motifs actually on it. I mean, the scribbling wasn't, but the motifs was on it. I did not want that. Like you see on this one, that one had the motif on it. I decided to keep that one because I felt like it went along with the theme. Where the other motif was like a person on a laptop, which I felt like was not gonna cut it. So basically, I cut that off. This one I left it on there, and now I'm just putting some adhesive onto the back so I can just stick this on. I decided to use the strawberry sticker here in loving memory of the strawberry packet I had made. Now, I really debated on using it, but I just decided to scrap it at the end. And then I saw this sticker, and I was like, let's do it. Now, I found footage of me choosing which type of watercolor type of washi dots to use, but I do not have the footage of me actually putting them down on the page. So after this, you will see it go right to me having this on the page, and also I used nail stickers, and I have that on the page as well. So, yep, here's the dots and the nail stickers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.